Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Sahil and today we're going to be putting Apple's MacBook Pro against the Microsoft Surface Book 3. And I think comparing these two devices will be really interesting as these are the best that both Apple and Microsoft have to offer. So highest in terms of specifications and also the best in terms of build and design in my opinion. And we'll try not to turn this video into a Windows versus macOS showdown, which of course I agree is a very important decision for anyone buying one of these devices, but the point of the video is to focus on the overall devices and of course to emerge with a winner by the end of the video. So with Microsoft finally updating the Surface Book with the latest that both Intel and Nvidia have to offer in the same powerhouse package with the detachable display, can it finally overthrow Apple's MacBooks? Let's find out. I need to start by saying that both these devices are really well built. Apple has been known for making great laptops and that doesn't change with the new MacBooks. They are solidly engineered pieces of aluminium that look and feel great. On the other side, the Surface Book 3 is also a great looking and feeling device. Microsoft uses some sort of a magnesium alloy to maintain the rigidity of the device while keeping the weight low. Nonetheless, you'll enjoy using these devices in terms of design and build, no matter which one you decide to pick up. And I need to say this, that the two devices we're comparing have one distinct feature, which is that the Surface Book has a detachable screen, which can function as a self-contained tablet, while the MacBook has a non-touch screen and is very much attached to the base. And keep in mind that this might be the only aspect you need to consider when choosing a device for yourself, depending on what you usually do with your laptop. The Surface Book is available in two sizes, a 13.5 inch and a 15 inch. And this means that both these models are not that different in terms of actual size, but we'll see in a second that the 15 inch version is much more capable in terms of performance. The MacBook Pro also comes in two sizes, a 13.3 inch and a 16 inch. And despite the larger screen size, the new 16 inch MacBook Pro is only marginally bigger than the 15 inch it replaced. Now let's talk about what used to be a very controversial topic, which is the keyboards. Well, at least for the MacBooks. The butterfly mechanism keyboard that Apple forced in their MacBooks for almost 5 years is now completely out of their entire Mac lineup. Apple replaced it with the scissor mechanism in all their laptops, bringing back a few great things, which include the increased key travel, a separate escape key so you don't have to keep tapping the touch bar, and the T-shaped arrow keys layout. Finally, we can watch the sunrise on a grateful universe, as the MacBooks have great keyboards again. But looking at it theoretically, this shouldn't be a topic to discuss at all, because the Surface has always had a great keyboard. Well, because they didn't really try to fix something that isn't broken. When it comes to the trackpad though, Apple takes the cake. The trackpad on the MacBook is phenomenal with its huge size and clicking mechanism and haptic feedback, allowing fluent navigation with all its gestures in macOS. The trackpad on the Surface Book 3 uses Windows Precision drivers and is also good, but I'd wish for it to be a little bigger in size. The MacBooks also have a distinctive touch bar on top of the keyboard, which has got mixed reviews in terms of usage, but I kinda like the idea of having it over the classic function keys on the Surface Book 3. The port situation on the MacBook Pro is a little awkward as we get 4 USB Type-C ports and a headphone jack. That's it. This is because Apple is strictly following its Type-C everything vision, therefore we don't even get a single USB Type-A port, which I mean would come in handy in many different situations. On the other side, the Surface Book 3 offers 2 Type-A ports, 1 Type-C port, a headphone jack and 2 Surface Connect ports that are used for charging, and you can also connect the Surface dock for even more additional ports. One Surface Connect port is located on the base and the other one in the tablet portion. There is also a full-sized SD card reader, making the overall port situation of the Surface Book 3 to be much more practical. And well, while using the MacBook, you'll basically have to just carry around dongles wherever you go. Coming to the specifications and performance of these devices, Microsoft is going up to a 10th gen Intel i7 processor paired with an RTX Quadro 3000 GPU with the 15-inch Surface Book 3. But keep in mind that this card is tuned to work properly only with a few applications that are used for tasks like 3D rendering, for example SolidWorks. so not everyone will be able to reap its benefits. For most people, the GTX 1660 Ti with Max-Q design will be the best option to go with for the 15-inch model. Microsoft is also supporting up to 32 GB of RAM for the first time ever, which is great for professionals requiring pro-grade performance for graphic design, app development and video creation. When it comes to Apple, the 16-inch MacBook Pro goes up to Intel's i9 processors and supports up to 64 GB of RAM. You can pause the video right here and have a look at this detailed spec comparison table for these devices. Both these laptops can be configured with really high specifications for users who might require the performance, but they yet don't serve as gaming laptops shown in these specifications. I mean that although they can even run graphic-intensive gaming titles at lower settings, they are meant to lean on the side of what we can call high-performance ultrabooks instead of full-on gaming laptops. When it comes to battery life, none of the laptops are slouches in this department, but the Surface Book 3 takes the definitive edge. The MacBook Pros, both 13 and 16-inch, last for about 10 to 11 hours in normal usage, while the Surface Book 3 can last up to 15 hours because it has a larger sized battery spread through the tablet portion and the base. Wrapping up, the Surface Book 3 might not be as pretty as the MacBook Pro, but it lasts longer, has an innovative detachable touchscreen display, and offers more ports and stronger graphic options. And although you get the tablet part and latest Intel chips, you get more CPU cores with the Mac and larger storage, up to 8 TB to be more specific. Coming to the price, the 13-inch MacBook Pro starts at a lower $1299 compared to the 13-inch Surface Book 3 that starts at $1599. And although the price for the larger models are even more evenly matched, it ultimately depends on your configuration. Bringing us to my conclusion. I'd say that the Mac is a little better in terms of value if you really don't want a touchscreen. And of course your choice will depend highly on which operating system you prefer. Maybe I can make a future video putting Windows and Mac OS in a showdown against each other and trying to emerge with the winner by the end of the video. That'll be pretty interesting. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next video.